In this video, I race the Toyota GT1 and also try avoid big old accidents. And speaking of accidents, look at this, 4 wide, goes completely wrong. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video where we are in the Toyota GT1. Yes, you will have seen in the weekly race guide the Toyota's doing very well, but throughout the day, the NSXs have come back to the forefront. If you do enjoy this video, do get a like, do subscribe to the channel, stay in touch with all the latest content. What we're going to do in this race is try out that Toyota GT1. So we've already got a bit of an advantage in straight line speed. We've seen that in the weekly race guide. We just saw it there, already catching up to P15. But we may struggle in the corners. Now, this car, really hard to drive, to be honest with you. Really hard to drive fast. To drive, you know, at a slower pace is easier. But to drive fast is ridiculously difficult as we... Hello, goodbye, whoever that was, huh? My word, he went flying there, did the NSX. Anyway, we're up in place as we get onto the start-finish straight. Now, this is where the Toyota GT1 comes into its own. It really does. We've got Wilkesboro up ahead. And look at this. We're going to go towards that right-hand side. Look at the speed difference here. It's absolutely ginormous. Look at that. Easily on by. We're not even in the slipstream at the moment as we go in towards turn number 1. You're only getting a place there, though. Up ahead, we've got some action as the Italian goes off there, comes back on the circuit, and we continue on. Now, the Toyota GT1 is actually the faster car of the two in Sector 1 because of these two straights here. It's when you get into this section, the Toyota starts to struggle as Gaylord there goes off the circuit. That's obviously from Meet the Parents, if you've not seen that film. Pretty good film, to be honest with you. Pretty good film, and very well worth checking out. Right, okay, as we continue on in this lap then, up ahead, we just saw someone off the circuit there. That's Fab off up ahead as we come into this left-hander. Lots of NSXs to overtake here. Look at this. Oh, looking very tasty as we head towards this final corner. So I'm going to go for a wide line run here to really get the jump on some of these cars if I can. Fab's just been pushed out wide, so we'll get Fab here. We've got the French driver Marteau Cassure then up ahead. We'll get past them quite easily as well, which is always good. So that's 2 places gained. So look at the speed difference, honestly. This is why I said the Toyota GT1 needs to go in Group 1 in my opinion. Yes, it doesn't have the stats, but the stats can be made. It's a video game. This is what we can do. We're going to go past the Italian there as we come into this right-hander then. Oh, hello. I forgot about that. My word, someone just absolutely levered in the rear. Right, let's jump back on the replay then as I edit this. Let's have a look at what happens. So first up, why was Fab off the circuit? So Fab's on the right-hand side here. Oh, the Spanish driver just slightly taps the slippery stuff there and pushes Fab off. We go on board Chris 46. It's at Willett Bros then as we head towards turn 1. Oh, they missed their braking zone straight to everybody else. Oh, nearly into me. Oh, I missed it by literally millimeters. Thank you for avoiding me there. Oh, slight tap as well. So clearly missed the braking zone. A big mistake. A mistake all the same, and waits up for everybody there to continue on. Good sportsmanship there, Chris. Really appreciate it. We jump further on in the race and we're on board the Spanish driver who's gone for a bit of a spin, to be honest with you. This is lap number 3. Spanish driver has decided to go for a spin here. If you're wondering why we aren't on the Toyota GT1, there I am, just going on by the Spanish driver then. What we will do then is we will jump on board myself on lap number 5 then, because we are still in this fight as we go through this left-hander then and continue on through. Now, we did see some people not changing tyres, and that's my strategy I'm going to go for in this race, just to see what it's like. Bit of a different strategy, try something different, have a bit of fun with it. Fab's just there, got on the inside of me. That car obviously has much better downforce, can go on the inside-outside lines, really take advantage of that. But when we get on the straight, this is where my advantage comes into my own. We're putting hands together right now because Fab is left a sitting duck and we can go on by. Look at that. I'm not sure if they didn't realise I was catching them that quickly as we go up into what is P5 at the moment, but some people are pitting obviously as we go into the first corner. Then we've got Zape up ahead, who was involved in that earlier incident with Fab as we continue on through there then. And this is 1 point to make here with this Toyota GT1. The cars behind start to struggle with the dirty air, and the Toyota GT1 doesn't suffer as much with dirty air. So if you can keep them in your dirty air, you're fine. When they're outside it, like Fab is right now, they can go clean on by you in the corners. So the whole idea here is that I need to force them to stay in the dirty air, and that way I should stay ahead of them. That's the plan anyway. Right, what we're going to do then is advance further on in this race because we're going to see Fab up ahead, who's pulled a bit more of a gap there, 7.5 tenths of a second. But both of them are going to go in the pits, so we're going to carry on. And of course, we're going to be the only person in this race who is literally doing a no tyre change. So I'm going to go all the way to lap number 11. There we go. No real changes there. You can see my lap times on the right-hand side. Quite slow, but okay. Definitely could be quicker, to be honest with you. We'll see that in a later part of this video. as we don't change tyres and we come out the pits then in P8. Fab's just up ahead there, so we haven't lost too much time to Fab, to be fair, after all said and done. Remember, Fab was 7.5 tenths ahead of me when they went into the pits. In fact, Zape, I think, was actually ahead of me even more, and we've escaped both of them there. So we've shown decent pace there. We get towards the end of the race then, and we've come home in P8. So not too shabby. It's definitely an alternative choice you can use here in the Toyota GT1. As I say, it's a bit harder to drive to really get the turn in that you want. I'm using +5 brake balance for those that are wondering. But what we're going to do now is pick another alternative car. This time, we're going to go with that Lexus. Now, I've done a video on this Lexus before. This Lexus is very good in Group 2 as an alternative car. Again, if you are enjoying this video, do give it a like, do subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate all your support, and we are on that journey to 50,000 subscribers. It's getting ever closer now. It's insane. I didn't think we'd hit it this year, and we're already very close. Right, heading towards turn 1, you notice up ahead, Consta's in the Toyota GT1. Now, Consta was in that this morning in the race I actually missed, and Consta was the one who advised to go in it, but I decided to stay in the NSX because I'd done my time trial laps in it. We'll see how Consta does in this race. I'm in the Lexus, of course. I'm just getting used to this. Now, this car, the Lexus, it likes a little bit of power oversteer on exits occasionally. It's like it gets a bit of weird suspension jump, and it can get a bit weird. So just drive it similar to the NSX and you should be fine. It doesn't suffer as much from dirty air because it's got less downforce. However, it does mean that it's got a higher top speed, so you can overtake on that start-finish straight. So I would say quite good alternative. We'll see how good during this race, of course, as we head towards the chicane. Then we are keeping up with the NSXs, which is always a bonus as we go into this right-hander, and Consta's making moves up ahead as well. Keep it nice and safe for now. I am waiting for the start-finish straight, if I'm honest with you. Not trying to make too many attempts, very quickly indeed, as we come through this right-hander then. And we are looking good. Oh, hello. Someone's off on the left-hand side there, going for a spin. That's Matthew off. Wonder what's happened there then. Not too sure. There's lots of NSXs absolutely everywhere as we're looking alongside Chris here. So we're racing Chris again as we go through this right-hander, looking to get the jump then. Do we do it? We do indeed. On the outside, gives me room as well. I appreciate that. We're going to go past Skelko then, who is apparently on YouTube, which you can obviously check out there as we continue on here in the slipstream. Someone's got a massive penalty. Got Ricky there taking a penalty as well. Ricky! The extenders all over again. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the temp PSN name there. Goes towards that right-hand side. Well, we're going to go towards the left here and get another place. Hopefully, you saw the speed difference there. And as we come into this one, we nearly get rear-ended, but fortunately, we don't. We go on the inside, and we continue on through then up into P10. We're getting a lot of positions there. A lot of positions indeed. We can still see Consta in the distance. Sorry, not difference, distance. We've just struggled with the traffic there. Lots of overtaking happening. Lots of sort of hits and bumps going on, so it has slowed us down a little bit. But we can see Consta in the distance, and that is critical in this one. What we are going to do is actually have a look at that big incident. Actually, what happened is, so Matthew's out wide here already on the chicane, and looking to get room there. Zape up ahead has had contact with Skelko. We've got Matthew on the inside there, 3 wide. Oh, nearly 4 wide there. Oh, that's never going to work. And a big old spin. So Matthew was literally the victim of all of that, because Matthew was right in the middle there. That's really unfortunate. Fortunately, doesn't lose that many places, that much time. Sorry, does lose places, but doesn't lose that much time there, because we joins in quite a fashionable style, to be honest with you. Right, lap number 5 then. We're racing Zape here, and what we're going to do is actually jump towards the race leader, Creaser here, as we continue on through here. Oh, touches the slip stop and goes for a spin in the lead. It's a bottle job by Amenti. Oh, no. I'm not sure if this is actually Creaser from GTA Creaser. If it is, yo, mate, it's been a while. Hope you're okay, dude. Obviously, I used to be part of GTA, and Creaser was an amazing driver, part of GT Academy, of course. Right. We haven't overtaken Creaser, but we are very close. We can see them in the distance then. That's Amenti there. And we can see they're all staying out. So I decide I'm going to come in the pits. And I am going to change tyres on this one. I thought the Toyota GT1 not changing tyre strategy isn't the best idea, to be honest. I would suggest changing tyres no matter what car you go on. I think it's better in the long run, to be honest with you. And that's what I would advise. Anyway, we're going to leave the pits here, and nobody's around me at the moment. So, okay. We'll see what we can do on this lap, and hopefully we can jump everybody who's going to pit on this next lap. We saw 3 cars stay out there. They're all on the right side there. We're all in the pits right now then as we get towards that pit exit. There we go. There's all 3 cars, and we're jumping all 3 there. The undercut working well here in this Lexus as we're going towards turn 1. That is P6. Not too shabby at all. I'll take that. But let's see what else we can do. We advance to lap number 10 where we've caught up to the battle with P4. We've got Bo up ahead here, the Polish driver. And what we're going to do is absolutely send it in towards turn 1. Do we get it stopped? Oh, yes, we do. That is a perfect dive. A perfectly executed dive. And dives are allowed in racing. People seem to not think it's not allowed. Bo saw me, left the space. I didn't go deep. That is a perfectly clean move, in my opinion. If people dive me and make the apex, I'm absolutely fine with it. I really am. If you don't make the apex, that's when I start to have an issue. Right, can we keep this place then? Because Bo's coming back at me very quickly then in that NSX as we go towards this left-hander. And it's not Bo, who you know from the streams, folks. This isn't Bo, that's a different Bo as we continue on out of there. Suddenly, Bo's racing. Who knows? Right, so let's actually advance further on lap number 11 then. Of course, up to Stefanti then, also in the Lexus. Nice to see Stefanti trying the Lexus out. In fact, I think it was in it in this morning's weekly race guide. And Menti has been all over my exhaust for the past lap. And this lap goes for it down the inside then. Looking to get the job done then in that NSX. And goes for that move. Look at this, leaving me room on the exit. But this car slightly quicker in a straight line. We've got the acceleration. We can go on past there. Let's look behind us then at Creaser. What can Creaser do here? What can Menti do then? Heading in towards the chicane. I'm very defensive there in towards it. You can see my driving top right. Of course, we're looking behind now to see what Menti does here as we defend this. We're keeping that inside line as best as we can. I think this is the best line to make sure they have dirty air as we go through the corner. That forces understeer, forces them to not be able to go for those lines that they are really trying to get with the undercut if they can. Right, through that left-hander we go. Going to head up to the final corner. And the right-hander, they still haven't gotten anywhere here. Looking down the inside, but I'm just on the inside. They can't quite do it as we continue on out of there. So we still have the position. We are still in P5, and here is where you see that acceleration difference. They're much closer to me in the slipstream, but they can't catch me because this Lexus is so much quicker in a straight line. Creaser looking around the outside then. Can they do it? Not quite then as we continue on through here. We're still in P5 right now. We have lost out to Stefanti though, who's pulling that gap up ahead then as we go into this left-hander. And I'm hopefully showing you here, folks, there are some alternative cars you can try out that you might enjoy rather than the NSX, because we are having a good race here. We're having a fantastic race right now. Look at Constra in P2, by the way. Absolutely flying at the moment. We go defensive into this left-hander. We slow it down. We go a bit deep, though, looking to try and get out there without some power oversteer. Works out well. Obviously, naturally aspirated engine means we don't have that sudden turbo spool, which can spin you out a bit more easily in that NSX. As we head down towards this right-hander then, we are defending the inside line here. I do not want the NSX down the inside at any point here. If they send it, they'll probably make it. So that's what I'm trying to avoid here. So I'm staying towards the right-hand side here. That's what I'm trying to do. But they just got my inside here. They absolutely nail that to perfection. They give me just enough room here. Oh, beautiful. Look at my reaction. Beautiful racing there. Absolutely beautiful. Looking for that inside line again. They just get on the inside here. Give me just enough room here again. So here's my goal. Stay on the very, very inside of this corner then. If I could do this, we should be fine on the straight. We know how fast this car is as we get onto the start finish straight on this final lap then. We are ahead, and oh my word, I did enjoy that battle so much. Beautiful, clean racing. There I am whacking the indicators there, flashing as well. It's good racing. That's why I play Gran Turismo. That kind of racing. And if you look at the top 5, 3 of them aren't NSXs. There's actually more non-NSXs than there are NSXs behind us. So make sure you do try out different cars, folks. That's the whole point of this video. There are some alternative choices. Consta's absolutely flying in that Toyota GT1. Started at the back, remember. Nearly won the race. I'm in the Lexus, so I did all right, to be fair, but I could do better, of course. So there are alternative choices. Try them out. And we had the NSX in the first race, actually, I think, with 2008 NSX as well. Try them out. Have some fun. That's going to be it for me, though, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. As always, I do appreciate the support. There are 2 companies there to check out, GT Amiga. Of course, you can use my discount code Tidgney. You get a discount, and I get a kickback as well. And the Fanatec link also helps me out as well. 2 videos there to check out. Of course, the weekly race guide is there. A big thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.